You're watching ABC4 News with Emily Flores, Glenn Mills, and Alana Brophy.
The future of elections is up for debate at the Supreme Court today. It started as a dispute over gerrymandering, but now this case will decide who has the power to run elections.
Washington correspondent Hannah Brand explains how the High Court's decision could impact your vote.
The scene outside of the Supreme Court looks like a celebration. But these people say they're ready for a fight.
Americans here who are fed up with Republican legislatures trying to hijack the Constitution, try to ignoring the will of the voters.
Wednesday's Supreme Court case could determine whether state lawmakers have sole power over the elections process. Right now, state courts can weigh in, but this case could change that.
What it would do is allow state legislators to change the outcome of elections. It would make them kind of the supreme powers.
Advocates here say state court involvement is crucial to ensuring fair elections. But North Carolina Republicans are arguing the U.S. Constitution gives state legislatures alone control over the elections process.
At the end of the day, it shouldn't be up to judges or bureaucrats. It should be up to the people through their elected representatives in the legislature.
And the justices on the court seem split.
This is a proposal that gets rid of the normal checks and balances on the way big governmental decisions are made.
Do you think that it furthers democracy to transfer the political controversy about districting from the legislature to elected Supreme Courts?
Some argue siding with the state's Republicans will weaken the voice of voters by allowing for things like choosing voting districts that favor one party or making it harder for people to cast a ballot.
This would change elections and not for the better, so people need to be paying attention.
A ruling in this case isn't expected until the summer. In Washington, I'm Hannah Brand.
A pending lawsuit in Utah accuses the legislature of gerrymandering. The Utah League of Women Voters and Mormon Women for Ethical Government suing after lawmakers passed on a recommendation made by the Independent Commission and instead chose their own U.S. House districts after the census. The plaintiffs claiming the district map violates Utah's Constitution, guaranteeing free elections and freedom of speech. Members of the Utah League of Women Voters in Washington, D.C. today, saying a ruling in favor of North Carolina would give legislatures free rein in elections, including in drawing district lines.
There would be no more checks and balances. You would not have the courts or the governor weigh in on redistricting issues. That is simply not acceptable to democracy.
All right, now we need to point out here, this suit is just about Utah's congressional districts, but the decision in Moore v. Harper, well, that would affect the power of all state legislatures, including here in Utah. The suit against Utah lawmakers heads to trial in May.
Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, with some activity out there at this hour, let's head over for another look at the forecast.
Alana, what can we expect through the night?
Well, it depends on where you are. Snow in the south right now. Live look from Iron County, Cedar City, getting a nice dusting over the high country and also noticeable with some road snow and slush. We've been watching the cars going through. You see it in the parking lot. And it's not just southern Utah. That moisture actually pushing further north, an upper level low tracking inland from the Pacific, getting closer to Beehive State. Counterclockwise flow funneling that moisture in, and that's why we're seeing rain, thunderstorm in St. George at this hour with hail and then snow pushing and lifting north towards the Wasatch Front. We're tracking that because it does bring some evening commute obstacles because we've got cold temperatures and icy conditions could quickly form. Another quick moving system takes aim at the end of the work week and an active pattern for the weekend. Did you say you wanted snow? Because we're going to deliver definitely in different portions of the state. It was rain this morning down there in St. George. Clayton catching this one, and we definitely have rain still coming down. Santa Clara just got hit with a thunderstorm that produced a little bit of hail, so a heads up there. Storm tracker radar shows the radars sweeping throughout the state. We've got them in eastern, southern, and northern Utah. As we jump down south, you're going to be able to see that thunderstorm over Washington County, as well as some rain and snow near Kanab. Eastern Utah staying active down towards Blanding and Moab, where we've just seen rain on the cameras. As we jump further north, we're watching that moisture lift through Utah County. Sevier County tapped into it. We also saw it near Nephi towards Provo. We're getting echoes of snow on the radar and Tooele County. Southerly flow at times can shadow certain portions of the state, but we expect that the Wasatch Front will tap into that snow and bring accumulations of 1 to 4 inches, and that's why that winter weather advisory stays in effect until 2 a.m. Travel impacts, road snow and slush in yellow, in red towards LaSalle, Bajos, and Iron County. You're looking at periods of road snow. You just want to be really careful because of the cold temperatures and the ice that will happen quickly, and we will see slick conditions setting up. 20s and 30s along the Wasatch Front. Don't those temperatures tell the story? Oh, are you freezing in Evanston? Freezing in Moab? Castle Country hitting 20s for the West Desert, 29 at Cedar, 46 in St. George, where that thunderstorm activity packs a punch. The Futurecast takes us through this very active pattern, and you're going to see at 10 o'clock, watch the clock in the corner of your screen. The Wasatch Front taps into that moisture. Also the case towards Flaming Gorge into the basin, Hanksville getting some mixed precip, so Capitol Reef will get additional snow, and the I-70 corridor. Eventually this moves out of the area. It lifts to the northeast, but another quick hitter comes in for Friday. Are you ready for it? It's for northern Utah, and it will be through the morning and lunch hours, and notice the model brings that down towards Castle Country from southern Idaho. It moves on quickly, but look at that storm going into beast mode as we roll to the weekend. It's going to track towards the Beehive State and bring rain, transitioning to snow late Saturday into Sunday. Here we are by Sunday 2 p.m. We see snow in the north as well as the southwestern corner of the state. We also will see that snow sticking around as we roll into Monday, accumulating snow possible with lingering snow showers for our Tuesday. So active? I would say so. 30s and 40s for tomorrow. Also the case in eastern Utah, 39 at Cedar and 50 in St. George. Speaking of Washington County, you're going to see those numbers up, down, and all around with rain potential Sunday and Monday. That storm system impacts the north as well. We get really cold temperatures as we roll into the middle of next week. We're going to have a hard time making it to freezing. Everybody says they want to feel the holidays and festive in December. There you go. It's going to be chilly, friends.
I mean, I like...
I talk snow and boom, the holiday music kicks up. ABC4 is actually featuring houses that get all decked out for the holidays. Now, if you know the perfect place, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your neighbor, we want to know about it. You just send those details to abc4.com/tipline. It's right there on our website. You can also call us on the phone number that's posted right there on your screen. We're featuring these houses every week until Christmas.